This video is about how much the Finch app has been really helpful to me. The reason why I'm sharing this is so it gives other people ideas on how to use it for themselves, and also if they have the same type of struggles, to see how this app is very intuitive, and also holds you to be accountable for your goals and to kind of gamify things. So self-care is actually enjoyable and doesn't feel like it's a chore or a burden. So essentially, after you download the Finch app, whether it's on Android or iPhone, you just go ahead and click. And that's my little character there. So right now we're on the home screen right here. Let's see. The first thing we're going to look at here is on the upper right corner. If you can see there. Let's see. And in the middle of the screen, you see these six white boxes. Activities, my self-care area, my goals, insight, newsletters, history. The main thing we're going to be focusing on is the activities and my goals. So click on activities. This is really, really useful. That's why I wanted to talk about this first. When it comes to goals, if you don't have any idea of what you want to do, it can give you them. Also, reflections. There's an opportunity to do these journaling exercises, breathing exercises. It will literally do a breathing exercise with you. Which is really cool. And you can set like the time. You can also set the how hard and difficult. And even if you're not staring at the screen, like the phone will actually like vibrate when it's time to inhale again. So let's pause that. Get out of there. Yes. We have movement, which is really cool because they actually show you how to do the exercises. Let's say chair yoga. Let's do arms. Start. And keep in mind, this stuff is all free. So there's like no reason not to give it a try. Which is like shocking. Then you have timers. If you also have issues with time blindness or have ADHD and tend to hyperfocus and be forgetful, or spend too much time being a perfectionist on one thing when really it's best for you to, learn how to move on when good enough is good enough. So there's a focus timer. That way you use your time better and not just like get stuck on just one thing and know when to move. And also, they help you study too. The Pomodoro method helps a lot of people with ADHD. Let's see, and it's just a regular timer if you're doing a like meditation. So we looked at that already. Acts of kindness. There's a lot of cool stuff here as well, because it also promotes like building support and also accountability with others and like teaming up with your friends who you can also invite to it. This is the first aid kit. This is really important. So here you can it makes suggestions on things that might be helpful. For example, they have the rant zone where you journal about like what might be bothering you. They teach you a 3-3-3 rule, which is a grounding exercise if you're about to have like a panic attack, or you can feel that, that that pressure in your chest, your throat tightening up. Also, information on how to do the anxiety breathing, body scanning. It's really good. Like on the bottom, this is panic breathing, right? And it gives you instructions exactly on how to do it, which is amazing. So it's right there at your fingertips. You're like, I'm feeling really, really bad. Just go ahead. Let's see. Go ahead and do it. So you're on home. You're on the home screen. You go to the upper left corner here. Go to activities, and there it is. Bingo. Bottom right, first aid kit. That's if when you start feeling like you're feeling really bad, that's definitely a great place, in a pinch. So, okay, so we are back onto this corner here. Also, my goals. This is where you can like add stuff. So there's a reason why I picked all these goals in particular, and I can talk about them later. Let me show you actually how to add a goal. So this is the page that shows up when you first go into the app. These are all the ones I already wrote, but just scroll all the way to the bottom, because then you can add a goal here. Whenever you see a plus button, that's usually says like, okay, that's when you can add something. You're like, okay, like I'm overwhelmed. I have so many things I wish I could improve about myself or do, right? Well, there's suggestions, right? There's things like if you look on the bottom of the screen, there's goals categorized by easy wins, hygiene, sleep, movement, gratitude, nutrition, self-kindness, connection, productivity, calm. So, and they're all really good suggestions. For example, if you're someone who struggles a lot with like depression, or if you have chronic illnesses and it's hard to get out of bed, it's easy to be very down on yourself. So I like to do an easy win, which is I'll literally just make a goal that says took my morning medication, or drink water. Like that's still a really good goal to have. So automatically as soon as you get up, you already feel like more accomplished, right? And that only took you like what? Like 2 minutes, if that, if you keep the water by your bed and you also your medication. That kind of helps me with ADHD. Like if I need to use something, it needs to be close to where I am, essentially. All together in one spot. That's part of my routine. So in this particular area, let's see, what goal? We can do hygiene, we can do sleep, movement. Let's see. There's a lot of cool stuff. Probably need to start doing some squats. So movement, you can also do more options with it. So you can add the time of day. Let's say I want to do my squats in the afternoon, but you don't have to write the time of day. You can say remind me, right? Because maybe 3 o'clock, I've been on my butt. It's a good time to remind myself to get up and do some exercise. I can pick how many times do I need to do these squats. Let's say 3 times. I can link an exercise to it. If there's some type of exercise they have here, I can do that. But squats are pretty self-explanatory. And also the frequency. You don't have to do a task every day. You can specify you do it only on the weekdays, or custom if you only want to do it on Mondays or whatever, right? It's really, really flexible and it's very helpful, especially with the reminders. Because if you tend to be forgetful, this definitely helps, Anything to make life easier. So safe. You better take care of yourself. Alrighty, so we went over the home screen. Let's see here. We've got quests. These are just computer generated ones, right? That they say you can do. Next is to shop. To shop is fun because the whole reason of doing all these goals and getting points for it is so you can buy stuff. This is the free app version, and it still has all those amazing things. If you pay for it, you get access to all these special items. So don't feel like you have to spend the 30 or 60 bucks for it. It's okay. It does support the organization, which is great if you can. But if you can't, the main thing is the goal is to help as many people as possible. Take control of their health. Be more productive, be happier, that kind of stuff. Be able to show up better for their community. So this is Mr. Prickles. He's always going to give you some cash. It's just for coming in the store, which is nice. Then you've got furniture. You can buy furniture and stuff, which is really awesome. You can also change and modify your Finch as well. You can color its wings. Okay, see that? Isn't that cool? So if I wanted to change up his beak or his body colors and stuff, different colored cheeks. Oh, travel is cool because whenever you travel to a new country, it gives you fun facts about that country every day, which is really cool. Right now I'm in Tokyo. So, see, if you look in the background, that's the city, which is really cool. Let's see. Okay, so we looked at shop already on the bottom. Friends, this is what I meant. You can add a friend and invite people you know or don't know. 2 of these people are total strangers, but I don't care. I'm glad to have more friends. And I try to be a good friend too. Mido, he had a birthday hat on, so I sent him a gift today. It costs you 200 points to send someone something, but it's all cool. And you get to pick the package here. Let's see. Well, let's see. Noodles is a new friend, so you can send a gift, something that you would have in your closet. Noodles tends to like the green color. We'll see. Send a gift, furniture. Everybody loves furniture, right? Look good in her house. Let's see. It tells you what she already owns. So I actually have a specialty item, right? Because I traveled to Tokyo. This little doll here. You can only get that specialty item if you're actually traveling there. So I think that might be a cool thing to send. So I'm going to say, yes, continue. That's the gift I want to send it to her. You can choose out like the color. She seems to like the color purple, so we'll do that and send the gift. And that's how you do it. And you can send people vibes too. So if you got your buddies, you can send them a good morning. You can remember, tell them go drink some water. You can give them a hug. Let's do hugs. Yeah, so it's good. It's like, you know, I don't know how these two people found me, but they did. It's awesome. Next, you go to your bag. So you probably want to know what my pad looks like. So this is all the stuff I decorated and things like that. So this is why I've been doing all these goals, just so I can like furnish my nest. You see there? Because you can change out all the different cold beds and stuff. One time I had a hippie room up in here. These are my saved rooms I had. Greek, coffee place. I had a space themed one. I also had a winter one themed. I had a lifeguard in a cave one. I had an underwater one. So it's really cool. You can get creative with this stuff, which is why I spent so much time and actually tried to do all these goals because it motivates me. So definitely, I hope all you guys like sign up for this app. If you guys wanted to know exactly which goals I picked, you know, definitely I need to eat more protein. Especially if you're having cancer, you need to be sure you do that to help your body rebuild itself. Especially as you're like, if you're on chemo or something like that, just killing off cells, you need to rebuild yourself. And how you're going to do that with protein, right? So you have to have more than what you usually have. Another one is say one kind thing to yourself, because typically we are the hardest to ourselves than to anyone else. Like we would never say some of the bad things we say to ourselves to someone else. So we have to remember to like, hey, take it easy. Take meds. I do that because it's an easy win. Plus, it reminds you to take water, kill two birds with one stone, but not Finch. Do 5 squats because I need some muscle for them to actually inject the medicine too. um, Carry hand sanitizer, chemo, immunocompromised. Get 10 minutes of light in the morning. The reason why that's important, because it's going to reset your circadian rhythm. So it's going to make it easier for you to fall asleep. Helps your body recognize when it's the daytime. It's really important, like having consistent wake and end time for sure when it comes to like sleep hygiene and the quality of your sleep. Even on the weekends, you still need to wake up and go to bed at the same time. Um, Apply sunscreen, because for some people with different illnesses or medications, they're going to be more prone to sunburn, so that's important. And nobody wants skin cancer. So wake up at a consistent time, write down all my thoughts and worries. I do that. That helps me a lot. Walk around my neighborhood for 5 minutes after I brush my teeth. The more specific you can get with a goal, the more likely you're able to do it. Name one person who cares for me. This is nice. So with this goal, I actually linked some stuff. So you pick a goal, right? You can add it to an area. You can add the time of day. I said anytime. You can do reminders. You can repeat it. You can say how often. And you can link it actually to like an exercise. This one is like a journaling exercise, which is really nice. And then you can record your journal within the app and save it. Perform a 3-minute exercise. I linked it to the chair yoga one, which anyone can do, and it's going to help you feel better. You can also specify when. It gives you a reminder like 8 o'clock every morning. It reminds me. This is just something daily I want to do. It's so cool. Avoid doom scrolling in the bed. And if you're going to stop a bad habit, you need to be able to replace it with something, because now you have a gap, a gap of nothingness, right? So instead of doom scrolling, I picked listen to soothing music before bed. And I'm a weirdo, and I just like absolutely love the sound of rain. So it confuses the animals, like my pets, when it's not raining. But why does it sound like it is? But it helps me go to bed. And then I do it once a day, and then it has like rainscape noises, so you can hear raindrops, waterfalls, you can hear birds in a forest. It's just really cool. I love this thing so much. And like I said, some of these goals can be highly specific. For me, I gotta put this lidocaine cream so the nurses can pretty much access my port, but they have to stick through my skin, which isn't bad. But they always tell me put the lidocaine cream like 1 hour prior, and I get chemo on Tuesday, so I tell myself like, okay, I know what time I have to drive, so I have to be there at 10. So at 9 a.m. I go ahead and remind myself like, hey, don't forget to do that. because you're gonna thank yourself later. Also your medications are important, so my morning and evening medications are there too. So, but I definitely hope you guys add it. This is just like why I like it personally and how it's been helpful. And that's it.